Welcome back, hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we are returned to our Bushrangers Run Expedition series in the Hunter Classic. So I've got some good news to bring forward to you guys with how the game, GM-wise, is sitting. So, there was an event over the past weekend, which was the Father's Day event, and it offered another pretty good mission that if you could get all of it done, you got 3,000 GM bucks, so very helpful there, and also, I might as well go show it to you guys, a trapper tent. So now I have a second tent I can set up in any of the reserves, so the Magpie Goose setup can just be permanently there with a tent right there to farm with. I haven't used the GM yet, but here is my thinking for what I would go next with it. My thinking is I would probably try going after more decoys before I go for a blind for the setup. Just because if I have more decoys, I can bring more stuff in, makes it easier to farm up the points to then get the blind afterwards. Whereas if I get the blind first, it's going to be slower to try and get the Magpie Geese in to better kind of farm them. So that was my approach for that. What else do I want to get us set with? Well, I do have to look and make sure everything is quite proper, because I did have to switch the loadout a little bit. So just toss a bunch of stuff in and get us outfitted properly. So let me see, it was the 243, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, it was the 243, because we wanted that for, like, if we come across any foxes on Bushrangers Run. We wanted the 30-06, because that's good for just general hunting-wise on this map. And I think that... I'll have to see if I actually have the capacity for a shotgun after I get ourselves with all the equipment too, but I'm not sure at this point. Okay, that for the 30-06, another stack for the 243. Equipment-wise, we want to keep the hog collar, we got the predator call. Oh right, we need the water bottle with us, because this is Bushrangers Run, we have to worry about the heat there. And that might be it. Clothing-wise, anything... I mean, I guess I probably shouldn't be in the trapper stuff if I'm going to be out in the Australian outback like we are, but I guess it won't matter too much if we just hold on to what we got. I think that mostly wraps up, so if I can, maybe I will get the shotgun on, or in our loadout, and that way we can go after the rabbits that are on this map too. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think that brings us back to where we're supposed to be. We'll load up and then head out and see what we can find this weekend. I also should check the missions, because again, it's so handy having that right in the menu to just go off of super easily. So what do I still have to go for mission-wise? Give that a moment to load. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Okay, we've got axis deer we can go after. We've got the feral goats, not the feral hogs. We've got the kangaroos. And I think that's it mission-wise for this map so far. Okay, so we've got just ID a bunch of tracks, and that's about it. Spot a female, harvest a female, spot a male, harvest. So that actually should be pretty easy for a very nice GM reward there. And then ID, spot, and harvest an axis deer. Pretty simple. So unlike last weekend where I kind of went off the beaten trail, I'm going to probably stick more to the road and follow it to the other lodge. From there, I don't know where I'm going to go. Well, I figure we'll just stick with that for now. Oh, I forgot to select the red fox and see what missions I have for that, because I actually can go after them on this map too. But yeah, we'll keep using the 30-06. It performed incredibly well last weekend. I have to admit, it's nice having a rifle that is so accurate for long ranges. I still think you'd probably be best off with the 300, just because I believe it has a little bit more, like, it's ethical for going after compared to the 30-06, but, I mean, it is what it is, so it could probably be up to you which you might prefer. But actually, let me take a little look out first to see. Okay, I don't see anything really at the moment. And of course, I've been having great tips and advice and stuff coming back for the series as well. And we'll also see if we can get any other feral hogs and see if we can find some of the other coat colorations for them. Because that's one thing that I think we still have a lot to show off with regards to them. Like getting the copper-colored one last weekend, the only reason I went for it again, the color stand stood out so much compared to what we normally see on them. But we'll just kind of see what opportunities arise and what we get following the road. I think the big one I want to try for is, well, just let's get these missions going. The kangaroo one shouldn't be too bad to do since it is just spot and harvest. We'll just have to listen out and see what calls come in. The goat, that one is just going to be finding an area where they're active and then trying to stick around them for a while. And overall, we're doing pretty good, and like with the new trapper tent I got, maybe I'll try putting it way up north, because like the south area of the map here, because you have the 2 lodges, I don't think you really need a tent anywhere down here. And it looks like we might be able to start our hunt off with a red fox. It is kind of weird to think that there are red foxes in Australia, but I guess they are as an invasive species. You know what? Actually, maybe I'll put the collar to use here. Because, I mean, I do have it. Might as well make use of the tool we got, right? And then... yeah, we'll just stay crouched for now. Once we actually get a sighting of her... Oh, speaking of, there she is. Now we'll go prone and get a nice steady shot on her. I just want to see if I can spot her too, because I think I still have her mission. Maybe I'll check that after I take her out, see what this one might be. There we go. Bit of a long shot, but not too bad. And I am going to just quickly check that mission. I do kind of wish the criteria would be saved when you do close the menu, but that's more just like a little detail than anything else. Okay, so, there are 3. Harvest 3 red foxes. Okay, well, that's all Hemlethal stuff, so can't really do anything there. And that's Fall to Boss, so only the first one right now, so harvest 3 red foxes. Not a very difficult mission, but it all depends on where we kind of go and how lucky we are to stumble across them. Or I do have 1 out of 3 taken down, so that's a nice beginning for it. You know what, maybe I'll do a little jog up to her. Just because with taking that shot, I have a feeling we probably scared anything that was really in the immediate area out. But then we will stick the road and look in the northern half of the map for our outing. Then I also don't know, I wonder if maybe I'll start with an intermission episode or 2, if, like, seeing how the Magpie Goose setup goes up, because, again, I've got now, like, 6,600 GM, and we're still gaining more, so with only having the 2, it's 2 or 3, I think it's only 2 decoys, but if I can keep getting more decoys, we can keep expanding that and see over and over how it, like, goes, and just increases there. So that's actually pretty good, 57 for her. Yeah, so there's the first one of that mission done. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Way I give a little bit more of a break between the Expedition series, almost like a little intermission cooldown. Not really to extend it out, but just as a way to keep things going a bit. And I do see a few feral goats. Looks like just a couple so far. They usually travel pretty well together in big groups. But they are more south of where I want to focus on this episode, so maybe I'll just stick to the road. Because I would like to try to get the Axis deer, at least that mission, going a little further. Considering how simple it is of just spot one and harvest one, that one we'll try to clear up very quickly. We just need the right opening, and then we'll be able to see what else we'll get for a little bit more GM as we go. And what do we got here? No, these might actually be bits of that dragnet operation complete. So yeah, we're getting quite a few tracks and stuff here. Yeah, there's everything starting to kick off. No, and there's actually our tracking level increased. Now, I'm pretty sure all it was to do was just get a lot of track samples. I'm not going to bring up the menu right now just because I think I've been going back and forth a little too frequently already. But yeah, there's a few bits of it. I think it's all has to be done in the same hunt, which is why I haven't exactly completed it yet. I've always gotten little bits and pieces, but never the entire picture. Oh! I just saw... Okay, the foliage is a little in the way there. I might actually have to check the settings for the game a bit, too, because I might have accidentally left the scene complexity low when I was trying to do the Father's Day mission that was active. The reason why I set it down was because you were trying to find shed antlers, and as you guys can probably see with how dense the bush is, that's a little trickier to do once everything is, like, actually loaded in. See, I feel like I forgot to adjust that setting. It doesn't change things too much for the game, but I'll definitely remember for next weekend to turn that back up. Okay, yeah, I can kind of see the goat in there, but I don't think it's anything that special. Again, the goats I still have to really learn to read on what the really good scoring ones look like. And basically, I guess, leans into, if it looks like they got super large horns, just go for them. So one that just has, like, the little devil curls there, not really worth it. At least I don't think. But we'll keep going on our way, see what else we can come across. We at least know we got quite a few goats that are passing through. And hopefully, as we go further along, we'll get chances at the axis deer. The first time we came onto Bushrangers Run, I think it was right along the main road. We actually got lucky and we had the axis deer make a few sounds, or we were able to get our first one. I don't know if it's, like, maybe their spawns are a little bit more common in this area? We'll just have to see as we keep going. And so far, just enjoying a nice hike. I haven't even actually used the scent eliminator yet, and that's one thing that is a little bit different with this series compared to some others, is because we're going to be doing more long-distance shooting, I might be able to save some of the scent eliminator charges, because I don't have to try to get up close like I do with the archery equipment I would sometimes hunt with. And overall, just cresting another hill, and we'll keep our eyes open to see what else is around here. I'm guessing these are still old goat tracks from just maybe the few that are in the little forest? Oh. Well, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Nope, actually, we got feral hogs in the area too, so I'm just going to adjust that a little bit. And we also got kangaroo droppings. Oh. Okay, I was not expecting this to be our first axis deer, but you know what? I'll take the easy opening. Yeah, I was not expecting it to be asleep by the side of the road and no even, like, wake up or anything. Oh, wow. I thought one of those would have at least counted as a lung shot, but no. I don't think I'll take the trophy shot of it, just because, yeah, that did not go quite as expected. But at least there is that mission done. And, you know what? With that done, I do want to check and see what the new one is. Because that can kind of help guide me a little bit into just what I gotta go after or do for them. Just male and female. And that will be 300 GM for them. I'm very glad I am making sure to... Actually, I would probably also advise to always make sure when you're going to go out with a weapon, bring a second stack of ammo. Like, even if you're accurate and you are able to get one shot, one kill, it's kind of difficult to make your way back to a lodge, or it can be pretty time-consuming to realize, oh, I ran out of ammo, now I gotta restock somehow. So just having a second stack with you just keeps you out into the hunt a little bit longer. Now, I don't know if the other axis deer that called would have been scared off because of the shots or not. But we'll just try to just stay at a like gradual walking pace as we are and see what happens as we get closer to being able to look down along there. Because it looks like this is the top of the hill, and it kind of goes down into a little bit of a valley with more of the trees here. Yeah, so far, it's good to see a lot of tracks in the area, so we know there's a lot of activity that's going on here. I'm going to just crouch down and see about going a little bit low and slow. Okay, more axis deer tracks, that's good. Even if we can just find like a lone female out here, it'll be worth it because that'll be half of the mission. Let's just see as we go over these hills and bumps. Now, but look at how like dense it just gets as you start getting into more like the tree line area here with all the scrub. I can't tell. Okay, so we got... Actually, that track was going up that way. Let me check some of these others. It might be that these were actually all moving northwards. And that hopefully means we're getting out of all this thick stuff. Okay, it does look like they were moving together, possibly out of the area. Oh, man, we do got kangaroo. I'm going to stick to the axis deer first, though. I mean, the two missions are actually pretty similar. I think it's just that we have the extra step of having to spot the kangaroos for that one. But yeah, if they were all moving up north, they might be around the water's edge, so it'll be very easy to spot them. So I am going to stand up and just go for a little bit of a hike. See what might be up that way. No, we got another track. Is that fleeing? Oh, no, actually, that's the kangaroo again. Okay. But I don't see any more of the axis deer. So I wonder if that... Oh, this might be them here. No, this is another kangaroo track. God, that is such a weird footprint, too. Like, yet, I guess you never really think of what the foot of a kangaroo would look like until, like, you see a footprint like that. I should probably look at also getting out of the scrub, because I think as I'm walking around... Okay, that kangaroo, I guess it's just going in circles, because, like, I think that's the third track that is in three separate directions, almost opposite to each other one. Okay, nothing on the road. Oh, yeah, we got feral hogs. Not really after the hogs this episode. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember if the hogs needed a specific weapon for the next step of theirs. I know there was something a little bit different about theirs that was kind of making it so that way it wouldn't really be a good next thing to aim for. Okay, but we're getting into some pretty nice visibility areas here, so we'll be able to see soon anything around the water or even further up the hills. Now, the hogs were up that way. We don't really want anything to do with them, though. More hog tracks. I'll just take a quick look around before I do keep moving. I don't really really see anything moving around in the distance. I guess maybe the axis deer had turned around and they didn't actually go up north like I thought they were. We'll just stick on the road for now as we keep going on. I think this episode, if we are able to... Oh, hang on a moment. I think I actually see... Oh, hogs. Okay. I thought, kind of hoping more for it being a female kangaroo. I just saw the dark shape moving. So if we can find the female and spot it, that is another half mission done. We'll see how we do. I think even it was the last time we were in this area, we had gotten a male hog around the water here. I think that one's a female wandering around. Oh, actually, behind the tree, so I can't actually get a good look to see for spotting it. Maybe we'll go low, though, because there's nothing else I see opportunity-wise, so... Actually, shut my mouth. There is something there. Right, I think that's a female well, it has to be an axis deer, of course, but I think it's a female. Yeah. I think she just trotted off. I don't think we actually spooked her. But I might want to get her and then follow along this way. Because a lot of the track activity we saw was all kind of up in this area. So there's a chance it kept going down south along here. Oh. And there's our hog friend. Just have to wait till it actually gets out of the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a generic female one. Oh, I actually got a little bit of a band on her, but... I don't like how fast she's coming over here, that's the problem. Hoping maybe I can make enough noise. She'll get scared off. So there should be enough distance that if she picks us up, she'll run rather than come after us. So I prefer not to have to use a first aid kit. Yeah, there she goes. Okay. And that was also probably the axis deer. Okay, as long as it's just the lone female, that's not too problematic that she got scared off. And this way I can just kind of keep along here and look ahead to see what else we can spot. Oh. That's another axis deer call. Okay. So I think that's actually the same one from way earlier, and given the pitch of it, I think that's another female. So we'll set our sights down that way, see if we can spot her. And again, I'm kind of even hoping... We'll see what the situation is. If it's her on her own, we'll easily take her down. If it's her with a male, though, we'll probably go for the male first, and then just let the female do whatever she will. Because it's always easier to find the does than it is the males. But it's gone. I don't know if we're in luck that we're in the thick of it and trying to go out, or it's just thick all the way along this little corridor here. Like, I'm kind of leaning that might be the case where... Because there's the water to our left, and we're kind of in the shadow of some, like, the ridges and the mesas, it's just going to be like this thick scrub through the entire path here. And we do have to be careful because there's hogs as well. We're getting into the thick of it in more ways than one. Okay, but we are starting to approach on that location where the call came from. So if we can find just a nice little hill that's a little higher than the surrounding ones. Okay, there's some droppings. And we'll be ready for the 30-06. Okay. Ooh. Okay, there's movement. What is that? I think it was a hog. Again, it's hard to tell. Ow. That was... Okay, there we go. I was going to say that. I'm surprised that wasn't an instant drop. Did that hit the lungs, or was that just a body shot then? That counted as a body, so I'll have to be more careful when I'm trying to aim for the axe steer. Yeah, we got you just for... Nope, I actually got a level up for the lever action. Okay, we're just going to resume the game there, because that is half of that mission complete now. We've just got to get lucky and find an Axis box somewhere. Time-wise, we still actually got a few minutes. Nope, we also got feral goats in the area, but my guess that shot will have scared a lot of things out. There's actually one thing I don't know if the game really has a stat for, is like how loud the firearms are, or the weapons are when they fire. Like 30-06 is supposed to be a pretty loud one, but I don't know radius-wise what that kind of means. Like, is it 150 meters everything picks it up? 200 meters everything picks it up? Stuff like that, which is kind of just like a little bit more info that'd be nice to know. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll keep working along this stretch. So I think last time kind of came up around there. So we are getting kind of close to the other lodge. But I think next weekend we'll start from there and maybe actually go north to try for... Maybe see about finding those rabbits. We'll see. No, we got more droppings. So there was another one around the area. It looks like this one was pretty slow going, probably up until we took the shot. That reverse, or is this now fleeing this way? Huh. A bit strange, but you know what? We got a trail we can work on, so we'll stick with it. Yeah, it's doing some weird back and forth here. And now it really went weird. We got left and right. Okay, let's see if we can... If one is a fleeing track, then we'll at least know that's probably the fresher. Yeah, see, that one's going up, but then this one's going down, more than likely. Yeah. Kind of bizarre to have them so opposite, so close together. And now that turned again. Hey, you know what? I'm just going to kind of keep working down the corridor and keep up. And now there's another track. And... Okay, let me see what's going on with these ones here, because this is a bit strange. Okay, so we got more droppings. That was going up north. But this one is going up the mountainside. Or the hillside. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this one. It's almost like really zigzagging back and forth as it's trying to go along somewhere. Okay, but we are getting other tracks for other axis deer too. So it looks like it might be a group of at least 3. I'll just have to keep following these to... Oh, and kangaroo tracks. Oh, okay, so kangaroo fled down this way. You know what? This might actually be a bit of a good area if you were to have your own tower and you want to set it up at a spot. Because if things are going to travel, they might travel a lot in and out of this little gap between the ridges. Or mesas. I think those are mesas. Okay, let me just try getting up the next hill and do a little bit more glassing to see if we can spot anything moving. That's just a rock or something, is it? Nope, that's the back of a pig. Okay, I thought that was a rock for a moment there, just because of the coloring, but... You know... Oh, there's an interesting coated hog. Let's see if we can get it out. Looks like it's basically... No, it's like a... skunk in a way. Kinda wonder if I should get him. You know, I kinda like the patterning, and he would be a nice way to end the episode if we can get a nice hit on him. Ah, shoot. I don't know how good of a hit that was, so we'll go see. Yeah, he's still going pretty good. I think that must have just been a body. No, he's kind of phasing in the ground a little bit there. We'll go check, see where the wound actually is registered on him. I should have been a little bit quicker, though. The 30-06 is good for long-range shots. You just have to be actually skilled in the first place to make them. That's where my problem comes in. Okay, and yeah, plenty of hog tracks. Let's see if we can find the spot where he did get hit. And the next episode we'll start off with tracking him down. Probably going to be... It's a little hard to tell with all the foliage in that, but it shouldn't be too far off from here. We just gotta go inspect every little spot. Nope, here we go. Intestines. Okay, so he will go down from that. It might just take a little bit. So, we're going to end our first episode of our Bushrangers Run Expeditions series here for the weekend. Thank you guys very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, just give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, just share in the comments right down below. And until I see you in the next video, hunters and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.